You're paying 10 times more than you need to for AI coding. You're waiting twice as long for responses, and you're still getting tools that can't handle real projects. Most developers don't know this because the big names dominate the conversation. But something just dropped that changes everything. I'm Ava, and I help people actually use AI tools without the hype. Today we're talking about Minimax M2.1, which went live on December 23rd. That's just 3 days ago. And it's already causing a serious stir in the developer community. Here's what matters. This is an open source model that beats Claude Sonnet 4.5 on multiple benchmarks. It costs about 8 to 10% of what Claude costs, and it runs at roughly double the speed. Those aren't marketing claims. Those are numbers from independent testing and real-world use. Let me break down what this actually means for you and why you should care even if you're not a hardcore developer. The model has 10 billion activated parameters. That's the efficient part. The total architecture is 230 billion parameters, but only 10 billion activate for each token. This is called a mixture of experts architecture. It means faster processing and lower costs without sacrificing quality. On the SWE Bench multilingual test, it scored 72.5%. That outperforms Claude Sonnet 4.5. On their new Vibe benchmark, which tests real-world app building, it scored 88.6%. For web development specifically, 91.5%. For Android development, 89.7%. Now you might be thinking, okay, cool, another benchmark warrior. But here's where it gets interesting. This model was built specifically for real-world use. Not demos, not research papers, actual production code. Most AI models focus heavily on Python. That's it. But real systems use multiple languages working together. You've got Rust or C++ for performance-critical stuff, Java or Go for back-end services, TypeScript and JavaScript for front-ends, Kotlin for Android, Objective-C for iOS. Minimax M2.1 handles all of them. Well, not just basic stuff either. We're talking about sophisticated code review, performance optimization, and complex multi-file edits across different languages in the same project. Early adopters have reported strong results with full-stack applications, React front-ends with Go back-ends, complex API integrations, proper error handling, and clean architecture patterns. The code quality is notably high for a model at this price point. The UI generation capabilities stand out too. According to developers testing the model, it moves beyond that generic AI aesthetic where everything's blue gradients and rounded corners. The designs show thoughtful spacing and visual hierarchy. That's where communities like AI Profit Boardroom come in. 1,800 members, all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. Real workflows that save time, real use cases, and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Back to Minimax M2.1. Let's talk about where you can actually use this thing. It's available as open weights on Hugging Face. You can download it and run it locally if you've got the hardware. They recommend using VLLM or SGLang for inference. Those are optimized frameworks that make it run fast. If you don't want to deal with local setup, it's available through their API. You create an account on the Minimax platform, get an API key, and you're good to go. The pricing is about 30 cents per million input tokens. Compare that to Claude Sonnet, which is around $3 per million input tokens. But here's where it gets really useful. It's integrated into tools developers already use. Kilo Code, Claude Code, Klein, Rue Code, Blackbox AI. 30 million developers have access to it through Blackbox alone. This means you don't need to change your entire workflow. If you're already using one of these tools, you just switch the model. The competition is pushing innovation. Open source models are catching up to and sometimes beating closed source options. The cost is dropping dramatically, the speed is increasing, and the capabilities are getting more robust. This is good for everyone. It means more options, better tools, lower barriers to entry. You don't need a massive budget to use state-of-the-art AI anymore. For developers, this changes the economics of building with AI. If you're running an agent that makes thousands of API calls per day, the cost difference between 30 cents and $3 per million tokens adds up fast. We're talking about 10x savings. For teams, it means you can afford to use AI more aggressively. Code reviews on every pull request, automated testing, documentation generation, refactoring assistance. All of it becomes economically viable. For people learning to code or building side projects, the lower cost means you can experiment more. Try different approaches, iterate faster, learn from the model's outputs without worrying about burning through credits. The open weights matter too. You can run this locally. Full control, no rate limits, no usage caps, privacy for sensitive code, customization if you need it. The inference frameworks like VLLM and SGLang make local deployment practical. You don't need to be a machine learning engineer to get it running. Follow the documentation, allocate the GPUs, it works. For companies with compliance requirements or proprietary code, local deployment is often the only option. Having a model this capable available as open weights removes a major barrier. If you're learning a new programming language or framework, this is an incredible teacher. It doesn't just give you code. It explains the patterns, shows you best practices, helps you understand why something works the way it does. If you're doing code reviews, it catches things humans miss: potential bugs, performance issues, security vulnerabilities, style inconsistencies. It doesn't replace human review, it augments it. For data processing workflows, it's surprisingly capable. ETL pipelines, data validation, format conversion, report generation, give it the requirements, and it builds the pipeline. The office automation use cases are underrated. Automating spreadsheet operations, processing emails, managing calendars, handling documents. These aren't coding tasks, but the model handles them well because it understands structured tasks with specific rules. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 1,800 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time? Which ones to skip? No hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. A great resource for staying on top of AI updates and learning how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. If you want the full process, SOPs, and 100 plus AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. The open source AI coding model landscape is evolving fast. Minimax M2.1 just raised the bar. Let's see who responds and how. That's it for today. If you found this useful, the links to both communities are in the description. AI Profit Boardroom for practical implementation guidance. AI Success Lab for comprehensive resources and use cases. Both will help you actually use these tools instead of just reading about them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.